legitimate. I mean, there's some truth.
Just do it. Yes, you can.
I wonder if the INFJ is saying the same thing as in you right now, just force slot. I don't know.
Well, the INFJ is sympathetic to the fact that, yes, you do have something minute that you're looking for, but if you're digging for diamonds, you got to move some rock.
Right.
So, yeah.
But I want to move metaphysical rocks.
What kind of fucking, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
He wants to go into their brain space and be like, no, not that one, not that one, not, okay, It's just, was to be able to see the menu and be like, oh, yes, this one, right? Yeah, it's a very good vintage. I like that one.
Well, that's not where women don't,
well,
Playboy women exist in the mind, but
right.
For real ones, for relationships, you've got to go outside. And you don't want to fall into that trap of thinking that you've got it hard, because it's easily done, to depress yourself and look at the world from a certain angle, when that's really not the reality of the situation. And it's a slight ingratitude as well, because, you wouldn't have a problem attracting women.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't like ingratitude. If Brad Pitt is fucking complaining about, but I mean, you've already just said that you don't recognize your own sort of attractiveness, but it kind of doesn't make sense to recognize your own attractiveness anyway. Otherwise, you'd be gay, presumably. But
I mean, I can recognize when another dude's like, yeah, that's a good-looking dude, or like, that's not a good-looking dude. At least, maybe ballpark. I mean, I wouldn't be an actor or anything about it, but
yeah, Carolyn's on.
Self-analytics in general, I'm just terrible at. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's physical or mental or emotional or anything. I'm just bad at self-analyzation.
I want to say that is a more common problem than you might think.
Do you have
People
that?
saying, I don't know how to see myself. I struggle with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's a FE user thing or what?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's useful to have other people in a social context to, you're going about doing your thing and they're like, hey, you're looking like this, you're looking like that. I'm not saying it when it comes to, like, obviously some people are just going to be dicks about things. So I'm not just saying, go out and find absolutely anyone. No, but basically what I'm trying to tie this into is, you're saying that you have difficulty seeing yourself. I'm going to add in the word objectively, at least in particular ways. This keeps complexifying in my head, and I want to add more words and more words. But basically, we both have the same problem. Not in the same way, but it's the same problem, Mark. And I think plenty of people have that same problem. It's a bit different in an individual case, but I don't think you're in a very small demographic with that problem. Sorry for the convolution.
I think a lot of people think about that. Like, do they recognize that they don't know?
I mean, really, it's irrelevant. Really, what you think about yourself at the end of the day, as far as the mating game goes, because you've got to. The whole game is getting out there, putting yourself out there, because you never. People don't even rate the same people with the same level of attractiveness. So it doesn't make sense to say, oh, yes, I'm this level of attractiveness, because someone else is going to find you a different level. Or someone else might not even find you attractive, but they might want to go out with you anyway because your personality is so cool to them.
Right.
You might go out and get, like, 6-pack abs and then meet a girl that, like, thinks it's hilarious whenever you're, like, walking and trip on shit. Just like, I'm a badass. Fuck.
I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about going to the gym. I just don't. I mean, I've done it before, but I'm bad at the routine bit. Anyway, side point, side issue. I was talking to Audra about that earlier, the other day.
What were we talking about? 4SI?
Yeah.
My SI is so bad I already forgot.
Yeah, I turned in my library books yesterday. They gave me some weird look.
Oh,
The top two books were just gnarled up. I mean, they were bad to begin with, but I told them, I made sure the librarian took notes about it, which is fine. But no charges, so that was good.
yeah, that's good.
What about you, Kestrel? Where's your woman? Do you have a woman?
No, I don't. I'm looking for one. I'm not looking for one, but I'm like, it's on the back burner. I'm not.
Remember all
I'm
that
not looking
advice.
for one.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
Remember all that
you
advice
just-
that we just gave you.
but I'm not. I'm not worried about it. That's the difference. Or think that it's a concern. That I'm 34. You know what I mean? So if on your scale, I should be bricking it right now, but I'm not. So
He knows how to get it accomplished. He's just like, oh yeah, it's kind of like mowing the grass. I'll get around to that.
well, with me finding out about my MBTI type, then it's cleared up a few things. And one alarming thing is that you look around and you go, shit, that pool of potential, realistic options that I'm going to be satisfied with is small, ridiculously small, to the point where it's not going to be it's not going to come along. Well, to be fair, that is what tends to happen to me, is that it will come along, but then it's not really the best kind of situation. So I'm thinking about being more prospective and looking for someone who's got kind of like introspective introvert intuition, and things like that, which is quite difficult to find, because they're by their nature introvert. So where are you going to get them? Online is a good way, I suppose.
When was the last relationship you had, Kestrel?
That ended a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago now, and that lasted about 4 years.
Quite a while.
And she met me online, and she came over to me and said, "Oh, I think I'm in love with you," and that was long distance, and that was quite good for us, because every time we saw each other, it was like horniness. So it lasted a longer time than perhaps it would have if we were around each other, just banging regularly. In that case, it was like every 2 months, every 3 months. But it was good because she got me tickets for the London Olympics. She got tickets, and she gave them to me because her sister was working for it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a good experience. Just a lot of sex. But that was it. That was it. She liked me because of the insights and everything, but she was a little bit uncommunicative, and she was an artist. But she could still understand, and we could talk to each other about it. But I didn't really like her ideas. But I think she's going to be a huge, fucking well-known artist eventually. She's certainly doing a lot of work now.
Artistic ideas or her artistic ideas?
Pardon?
Did you not like her artistic ideas or her non-artistic ideas?
Both.
Okay.
I'm thinking back to that fucking picture, the INFJ ENTP difference. The INFJ is like sitting there like, it's like his eyes, his smell, his smile. Is he thinking about me too? And the ENTP is sitting there staring at like 5 empty shot glasses. Like, is sand called sand because it's between the sea and the land?
When I read that, I'm like, this guy's obviously not thinking about deserts or prairies or anything else.
Yeah, it seems like there's a I don't even want to use the word balance because I don't know what the fuck the balance is, but it seems like there's two different metrics or, whatever you want to call it, just two different facets that it's like when it comes to looking for people who you would be attracted to, it's like what you say in your head, oh yeah, I like that. And then the reality of what's going to work. Like there's...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So it's like I could come up with a million different things of like, oh, I'm into this, I'm into that, I'm into that. But I also don't know what I would like because there's certain things I haven't experienced yet. So it's like some things I might even think that I do like, and then I might, experience them and be like, that wasn't as fulfilling as I thought it was going to be.
Prostitutes are good as well.
I can say that I think I'm looking for something a bit more long term, something I could, invest a bit more emotionality into.
And then I just refer you to what you just said.
I forgot what I just said. Can you recap?
Well, it's a case of not knowing what you're
True.
after.
I might be one of those fucking people that would have sex with a prostitute one time and be like, we should get married. We should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Real easy to do, I think, for an INFJ.
Right. Well, because you're like, hey, they're a warm body, and they're not.
My ESPP friend was about to do it. He's about to marry a prostitute. He ended up getting married, and then he got divorced like a year later.
Mhm.
He said he could have been an INFJ. I wouldn't be surprised. But she didn't work, and she didn't help her out around the house, and just kind of sat on the couch and watched Netflix all the time, and he got tired of it.
I mean, if she's an industrious prostitute, sure, yeah, we'll get married. But even if somebody ain't a prostitute and they're sitting on the couch all day watching Netflix, I'm like, I've done that before. I'm not judging, but at the same time, that's not what I'm looking for because I'm looking to move in a different direction in my life. So if you're going to be doing that, I would prefer that you prostitute because at least then you'd be, applying yourself towards something.
If I get home at night, honey, and you're home, there's going to be problems.
If I come home and I ask you, what'd you do today? And you said, I don't know. People are like, why aren't you looking for girls now? I'm like, because I want to improve myself because I'm not looking for me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm not looking for me currently. Like, I'm trying to up it just a wee bit.
Well, women and men are different, so you won't find you.
I guess I'm talking about in terms of, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking out my ass. You got me.
You mean like you're not looking for a present for you right now, you're looking for a present for you in the future.
Yeah. Certainly wouldn't want there to be like a large disparity, although I guess that doesn't make... You know what? I'm commenting on things I don't need to comment on. Mainly because,
Well, here's one thing that
it's the... I'm trying to use the intuition. I like using the intuition for many different things, but then I start trying to project into what if this and what if that, and it's just I don't know yet. So it's like it works in some areas, doesn't work in every area. So sometimes I just need to not.
Well, like one of the things that the reason why because I could go out right now. Anyone can go out right now and then find get some numbers, go on dates, things like that. That's possible for anyone. But you got to it's overlooked in society because the need to be somebody that's wanted is drilled into us through films and TV and peer groups. And there's got to be biological there as well. But what's more important to me right now is sorting myself out, finding out about me. Let's get like Stuart Smalley or something, and getting to know me and in more depth. And now that I've discovered that there might have been, because it goes on levels. Like previously, I thought, I know myself right now, and then a girl comes along, But now I know myself on a deeper level, or at least I've opened a door through MBTI and had a little peek and thought, "Whoa, what's all this?" So I don't really need somebody up in my biz now.
I don't think I'll ever get to the point where I can say I know myself.
That's what I used to think, but I think that if anybody asked me that question now, I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I used to think that I'd never get to that point, or I used to think when people said it that it was just some bullshit.
I don't even know what that means, really.
Fooling.
Certainly, it's worth striving for, but I don't know what it would mean to be like, yeah, I know myself.
I don't think it's worth striving for in and of itself.
I don't know. I see it in terms of like a book or a narrative. It's like I haven't gotten to the end, so I can't really speak as to what the story was. However, I just like to track what are good narratives
but
to
in
follow.
the book, you can say, I'm this chapter in the book, and this has happened so far, and this is what this character is at this point, and I don't know.
But over the course of several books, you're going to have a better idea, aren't you, of that thing. It's like I said, I've got to the point now where if someone said that to me within a reasonable realm of, to a reasonable degree, I would say, yeah, but that's obviously, there's going to be more to find out and what have you. But, it's more yes now than it was in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Have you found yourself? Yeah, boy.
Yeah. I don't know if I remember to say it always, but you guys are great to talk to.
Too, Ken.
You too.
Because any yeah. I'll be thinking about things and just putting them out there. Like I get feedback in ways that I hadn't thought about my problems before. It's not always problems. It's just things I'm thinking about, and I value that. And I'm particularly glad that you, for the most part, I mean, most people here seem to do it well. And that's something I'm appreciative of.
Are you still an INFJ?
Me?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I do believe I am. And then Carolyn making me smile, god damn it.
But instead of you, being all about like namaste, you're all about the demons.
I'm all about. Wait, did you say all about demons?
And the dark stuff, the dark.
Yeah, I mean that's just where my forefix went.
That's not scary at all.
Well, if this makes any sense, I get more creeped out by the Namaste stuff, whereas the demon stuff seems more chill.
More chill? Yo, I think you were a demon in your past life. Like, no joke.
I wasn't a demon in my past life, but I was the next best thing. I was probably an ENTP.
ENTP?
Oh.
I didn't get a joke.
I've said it before. I can't tell if I was an ENTP or I'm becoming an ENTP, like in my next life. Like I don't know where in the transitionary period I am, but
I could see you becoming. Yeah. For sure.
Sean McKestrel. Yeah, I'm just yeah. I was going to talk about me more, but I want to talk about something else. Annie, what's going on? Tell me about everything, all the things. Nah, tell me about all the things.
I was interested in what you were talking about. I'll keep talking with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mark, do you have all the things to share?
About what? What was there a flow there or no?
No, I was going to continue flowing, but I wanted to give other people opportunity to contradict my flow and take it on their own flow.
It's more
No.
like it's kind of like you're trying to start a flow by use of colonic irrigation here.
That's a big word.
Can you be more specific? Or rather, can you break it down for me?
Can you just use another word?
Could you also type it in the chat?
Just
yeah,
get
let's
out.
look it up and
What?
illuminate it.
You don't know what colonic irrigation is?
Like an enema.
Oh, sounds like it sounds like a bodily thing.
Well, colonic, so like colon, like your colon,
So you're,
I
irrigation.
bet he made that word up.
No, it's where you shove a pipe. You shove a You get the idea already.
I know I do, but okay.
So
I feel like you low-key insulted us.
A bit
right, but
fuzzy
he
there.
was talking about my flow, so I'm trying to figure out
So do
trying to figure out where he's landing on this emotionally.
I get it. I
Oh,
get
you're going like, Annie, tell me all the things. And she's like, no. And then you're like, Mark, tell me all the things.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I'm being, sort of communicatively slightly rapey. Okay. Okay.
Tell me all the things.
Where's John when you need him?
What?
I said, where's John when you need him?
To do what?
Never mind. It was just a statement.
To do the raping. She likes John. She
No.
likes rough sex.
No.
Do you like John's fedora tipping and milady?
I've never seen that, and I'm glad I have never have.
He's a gentleman. Oh my god, this is a problem with women these days.
Oh,
He's a fucking gentleman and he just shit all over the poor guy.
someone in the first room is showing us their monkey curtains, and it's so interesting.
It's Eric's monkey curtains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you become interested in this sort of the dark?
Well, there's probably some things that would be hard for me to put into like language as far as what sort of drew me to it. But I think in part it was that other people got kind of creeped out by that. So I felt like it was a place to sort of set up shop in terms of individuality.
Mm.
Yeah.
You you were kind of drawn to it as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you were a dark wizard in your other life.
I may have been nothing, because maybe I
That's
didn't have a
true.
previous life.
That's true.
Imagine if this is my first time around. That'd be crazy.
No, I don't. Well, I don't want to get into linear time and all that because
Yeah.
everything,
Fuck that.
everything's happening kind of all at once.
Fuck that linear shit.
I certainly do like the idea that. I mean, you're talking about that linear thing. I certainly do like the idea that maybe in my most immediate past life, I was a caveman in like 14,000 BC, southern France.
I've always wanted to be a cave woman.
I mean, I could see wanting to be a caveman, but really a cave woman?
Early gender roles.
I mean, they were worshipped and shit.
That means something different though.
Yeah, but I've just got here, so I just heard Ken's last line. But the fucking cave women were worshipped for the creation of children because they've had orgies and then they've seen births, but they've had no correlation.
Right, because the orgies were just always happening anyway, and the births were sort of just always happening anyway.
Well,
Exactly.
after a hard day of tracking down a dying mammoth and trying to get meat from that and coming back, all you really want to do is have an orgy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, the orgies were just happening.
Yeah, it's like their version of Netflix and chill.
Right.
Mammoth and chill.
I don't think so.
Cave orgy and chill.
But I like their cave art.
Cave and chill.
Quite interesting.
You like their cave art, you said?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is,
Was that?
it is neat. I just think a lot is inferred too much upon it.
Yeah.
I think you got some people that had to live in fucking caves and they got bored every now
But
and then.
I also feel like the dating could be completely wrong. And they're also, with these cave things that they discover, they're also putting their own theory of evolution and timelines into things.
And they're leaving out ancient aliens.
Yeah.
This must be
The lizard people, obviously.
Yeah, the lizard people.
Oh, okay.
No, Annie's not leaving out the lizard people. She knows what's up with that.
I don't live with lizard people. But
You don't like them?
this is Manhattan. I mean, oops, shit. This is New York City. So there's a lot of them walking around.
You really narrowed it down there with Manhattan.
Fuck. Shut up,
We'll be right round.
Sipping my tea.
I like how she says INFP but INFJ inside. I'm pretty sure that's what, an INFP is.
I think so too.
Toasted.
INFJ on the inside. I got some internal INFP shit.
Yeah, man. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
I've been a butthurt INFJ.
The butthurt INFJ?
Yeah. Like, get butthurt a lot. Get offended by what people say. But you're very extrovert in a sense. I don't have that at all.
Yeah, I for whatever reason, I like people. As strange as that sounds.
But you can like people, but you just don't feel comfortable.
I do agree.
Talking.
I get certain psychological needs met from like conversing and checking in with people. Not any people.
But then we're also all humans, I mean, we need people.
Right.
our brains
People
work.
are important, especially if you own a corporation. Right?
I feel like he was watching yesterday's video.
I wasn't.
Oh, he started whispering.
Oh, I was trying to make an super rich and slim CEO impersonation.
Oh.
Kind of G-Man impersonation too.
Oh shit! I got a friend request from Mark.
Get it.
Well, now that Mark's on my Facebook, I think my life's complete. I need to pursue nothing at this point. I have arrived.
The G-Man.
Oh, I just want to say, Audra, you liking those posts that I had made my day. I got so happy.
Always, looking for a new meme source. You had some good stuff. I don't even remember what I liked. I like to stalk all my new friends for, at least 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Who is I was about to say, who's Katie Nicole? And like, why are you two sharing like everything? Shared a photo on Mark's. Shared a photo on Mark's. Shared a shared.
Yeah. Yeah, the last thing, I posted that word. And then a picture of a bear and an elk near Flagstaff, or in Flagstaff. Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Pretty
liking that too. Socialism, where you wait in bread lines. Capitalism, where bread waits in the trash while people go hungry because fuck you, that's why. Yeah. That's why, like, when people talk about doing, like dumpster diving and whatnot for food, I'm not like, yeah. I'm like, fuck yeah. There's, like, you know how much shit is in there?
Right, yeah.
I did enjoy your the vocabulary lesson.
Yeah, I thought that word was cool. It doesn't even recognize it on Word or Google, I don't think.
Word and Google are, their vocabularies are limited. Have you noticed that Word's gotten more annoying lately?
Mhm.
Starts giving you like word choice advice and like really weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh yeah, the communism puns one was hilarious.
How do you pronounce this? Hebetudinous?
No,
Hebetudinous?
Hebetudinous.
Hebetudinous. I thought it was a funny word.
You know what? I really enjoy the talks around here, but on occasion things can be hebetudinous.
I think it means like lazy.
Dull. Lethargy.
Tootiness. Yeah, lethargic. State of being dull.
Who here remembers watching Wishbone when they remember?
Yeah.
I remember that. Just came to me. Just thought about it.
What is it? What's it called? Again?
Wishbone. The kids, like, I can't remember how many TV shows I like, how much was like movie stuff, but it was the little dog Wishbone, and he'd go on adventures. Like one of them, he was one of the Three Musketeers.
The only
Yeah,
dog I
like reenact classic literature.
dog I remember was Clifford.
Clifford the Big Red Dog. I remember that too.
That was like what my sister watched.
Wait, what year were you guys born in?
Um,
I'm 94. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Oh, you're the same age as my older brother.
Yeah, sure, you're like 120 or something.
yeah, pretty sure he'd be
1989.
like, yeah, I know that those math skills were impeccable. Mark, are you in 94 or 95?
January, so 95.
Hey, we're both 95. So yeah, me and Mark are 95, which makes you old, Annie.
No, I was born in 94.
Yeah, you're
We're on the BC time scale.
right.
BC calendar.
I'm just a year older than you guys.
Old as shit. That's what I'm hearing.
I never heard of that wishbone. I feel out of touch with you guys in the
What about
generation.
reading Rainbow or what was
Yeah.
the train thing?
Yeah. Oh yes, yes.
Rainbow.
And then there's the actual good stuff like Biker Mice from Mars and
But
X-Men.
No, not X-Men.
Yeah, I remember the X-Men cartoon. I enjoyed Nightcrawler in that.
My favorite is the pilot
Yeah.
episode where Wolverine has a Australian accent.
What about Batman Beyond? I barely remember that, but I just
I
seems like
watched
a lot
the actual Batman cartoon.
of.
Did you guys play with dolls?
I did have.
I mean,
Super
some of
Bowl
them,
dolls
not shit like Barbies, but
that people gave me.
I used to like Polly Pocket.
But here,
Polly Pockets were cool,
Yeah.
but your Polly Pockets were probably big and not in actual.
No, they were small.
Were they in the little compact things,
I just remember them being tiny.
or did you have like the whole little houses?
No,
you know what?
I don't remember that.
My family VHS, like they recorded on a VHS the movie The Santa Claus, and they recorded it with commercials and everything. They were like on TV. So growing up, when I wanted to watch that movie, I would also have the commercial breaks in there, and one of them was for the Pokemon Pikachu, like the little pet thing. I don't know what all you did with it, but I remember that jingle. It's like, it's the best friend that you can get, Pokemon Pikachu. I don't know why that.
I like Tamagotchis.
Oh, those were terrible. My cousin.
There's that one, or the I used to love the Spyro commercials that came out in I'm pretty sure in the 90s. Like it's like the sheep. They're like complaining about him. It's like, he burnt down herds of sheep.
Stuff. Giant super soakers. I never did get one of those. I wanted one really bad.
Oh, I remember those chia pets.
Chia.
That was seriously. I used to play with rocks. We used to.
Rocks are incredibly fun. And dirt clods.
Oh, water guns. Well, they're still around.
I remember these really cool water gun things my mom got that were, you had a headset and then a water pack on your belt and had thing, but they were voice activated, and so you just
Wow.
people, and it squirted water out of your headset.
That's cool.
They didn't really work that well, but they seemed really amazing and high tech.
Yeah.
We lost again.
Huh? Oh no, I'm.
When I was a kid, I used to try and come up with business ideas, and one of them was that I was going to dig in the back garden and get to the level of clay, and then bang up the clay, and then go and try and sell it. The other one was I was going to start a band, and I made promotional pencil cases with the band logo on, we hadn't actually done any jamming or anything. I was like 10. What do you expect? And then I made my sister go and sell these pencil cases and what have you, with the band name on. She didn't sell many, so she didn't get any commission. Another idea that I had was, I thought I could use that. That sort of copy paper where you write on, and it instantly makes another copy underneath on like a yellow bit of paper. I forget what you call that, but the idea was that basically I could do some art on it, and then I would have 2 pieces of art to be able to sell. So I thought, right, I'll draw a picture of God.
Oh my gosh, because you'll get so much money for it.
Yeah. I don't know, I was like 7 at that point. And I came up with that genius idea. So I did as many pictures of God as I could. And obviously I had twice the amount to sell. I just think I got bored and I didn't try and sell them.
You were a smart child. I used to just...
Yeah.
Just...
I was smart in other ways. Anyway, what are you saying, Annie? What business ideas did you come up with?
I didn't come up with any, actually.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
I just talk to imaginary people.
Yeah, we're talking about what you did as a child.
That's what I did. Oh, shut up, Kestrel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Talking to imaginary people. I never did that.
Isn't that what we do here?
Oh.
I'm just. I
Burn.
mean,
But if you really think about it, probably. Maybe.
Isn't that all anybody ever does?
whoa. I guess we're not talking to imaginary people. We're talking to real people, but it's sort of.
It's not real.
Well, even when it's real, can we be sure that it's real?
No, we can't.
We can't. But let's wing it anyways, because let's be honest, even if this is all just a joke, life's still pretty interesting. There's plenty to do, plenty to see.
Plenty to eat.
What do you like? What do you like doing in Manhattan?
I like going outside and looking at nature.
So buildings and smog.
No, there's parks.
And then there's the
Like leaving Manhattan.
She's like, here in Manhattan, we put all the trees in camps.
No, I said parks. What are you talking
I
about?
know. I heard you. I hear you.
my sister used to live there. She said the people were interesting. There's just a bunch of weird people.
Mm-hmm. Where do you, excuse me, where was she from?
Well, we live out here in Arizona.
Oh, okay. That's a cool place, man.
That's all right.
Yeah, like, have you ever been to Phoenix?
Yeah.
That's cool. Have you ever seen the Phoenix Lights?
Seen the what?
The Phoenix Lights.
No.
No.
Oh, we're talking about like the alien thing?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that. Although I have seen some pretty weird stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Arizona is like a vortex of energy. At least that's what they say.
I saw it twice too. It was like a blue triangle, more like an arrow, I guess. And it was going pretty slow at first, and then it just sped off super fast.
Mm-hmm.
Just across the sky. It was so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just taking a whiz, and I was camping. I was freaking out.
Yeah, I actually saw the Phoenix Lights in New York City.
That's interesting.
Yeah. At I was actually watching the documentary on the Phoenix Lights, and then I saw them. I'm not kidding. It's very odd, but I like that place. I would totally visit there. That is-
So, Mark, what was the? Can you describe it any more? The craft, or the UFO you saw?
Not really much besides that. It was just a blue light, and it was in an arrow kind of formation. And yeah, it just was going slow, and then it just. dipped
When you
across
say
the-
arrow, do you mean like that?
Yeah, except a little more open, if that makes sense. You know, like it looked like a B-2 bomber wing kind of deal. You know what I'm talking about?
It was a luminous sort of
Yeah.
light emanating from it.
Yeah.
Was it kind of like an luminous sort of trim along the bottom of a what was
It
it
looked
a
kinda
darker
neon.
craft?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Kind of neonish, but like a dimmer neon, I suppose. I don't know.
When you say, I mean, what do you think the distance was that it was away from you?
It was pretty high up. I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that, but yeah, it was pretty high.
Well,
Um,
in your vision, was it maybe like a centimeter across, or
Oh. Yeah, somewhere around there. I think maybe a couple centimeters. No, about a centimeter. A couple centimeters would be pretty big, wouldn't it?
and are you saying it was directly above you? It was going slow, and then it sped off.
Yeah.
In what direction?
Just straight. It didn't turn or anything. I don't know what to think about that. Like I was just weirded out. I have no idea what to think about that at all.
What about the second time that you saw it? What do you think?
Military sounds obvious.
Yeah, I would think it's some sort of military craft. I don't know. It's definitely a UFO. I have no idea what it is. But the second time I saw it, it didn't freak me out as much as the first time I saw it.